the funding to support the Young Mayor and Member of Parliament's pledge. A young persons panel will be held on Wednesday, the 5th of March, where young people will present their ideas to myself, John, and other Youth Council members. At the end of February, on MYP, John will be attending the House of Commons to take part in the UK Youth Parliament's annual debate. He'll be travelling with other MYPs from across the North East to debate 5 topics, which are 16 and 17-year-olds should be allowed to vote in all elections and referendums, accompanied with more political education throughout school. The national minimum wage for every worker under 22 be raised in order to match the national living wage for those over 22. All public transport should be free for young people. All young people in the UK must have access to standardised level of political literacy and democratic education to improve engagement in politics on a local, national and international level, to develop critical thinking skills. And to establish period dignity, there should be free, accessible, good quality period products available in public spaces for everyone. We wish them luck. Send Youth Forum have begun their key fun journey, highlighting which skills they have and what they have hoped to learn from the process. The group have decided a team building activity to help the group to get to know each other better. This week, 2 members are also attending the Youth Voice Matters conference in Manchester. We have a representative from Send Youth Forum, age 11 to 16 and 16 to 25. Where they will take part in different workshops about their views and their local area in a fun and interactive way. A member of our Children in Care Council attended the North Young Persons Conference hosted by Benchmark and Forum. This conference focused on the theme Place, Purpose and Community. The event included sessions on how we provide safe and secure place for care experienced individuals to call home, how to support them to find how we support them to find purpose through education, employment, volunteering and hobbies, and how we support our care experienced young people to create and finding and connecting with communities of support. The event provided lots of networking opportunities and ideas for our CICC to think about over the next few months. Regionally, we have been involved in an online meeting with members of Regional Children in Care Council, where themes for our summer conference are starting to be confirmed. Housing, mental health in the local offer were priorities put forward by our members. And we now look forward to planning the day to reflect this. In the last newsletter, we shared that interviews for regional workers were to go ahead. However, this has been delayed until later this month. Since my last update, I have attended numerous events, including Holocaust Memorial Day and the North Shields 800 launch event. It's been an honour as young mayor to be part of these extremely important occasions, not only for my borough, but also the young people I represent. I'd like to thank you all for welcoming me into my post just under a year ago. Now, and all the support, guidance and opportunities I have received from North Tyneside Council. I've enjoyed it so much, this role, and it's been absolutely fabulous. I feel proud that I've represented my people so well, but proud of the people for believing in me. And also just thank you to all of you for supporting me throughout my journey. Thank you.
It's been absolutely amazing. And you are absolutely fantastic. There's no doubt about that. And I just would want to say to you, to be quite honest, that when you reflect on a year, and I remember when you became the mayor, and I don't know whether you've been eating grown beans, but you're as tall as I am now. So that was quick, very, very good. But you must have learned lots of things. Do you feel as though you have? And I'm delighted that you're going to stay on as a youth councillor, which is great. You're not going away from us. And I'm even looking further into the future. Goodness knows where you might end up as a councillor. Who knows, to be quite honest? There are opportunities, aren't there? So all I'm going to say to you, what do you really think that you have learned over the year? What do you feel has been really sort of important? Everything's important, but do you feel a lot different? I know I'm putting you in a very difficult position, but you're very good at telling us how you feel. So don't you worry about it. Hope you got that, Austin, because that's pretty positive, pretty positive as far as I'm concerned. So if you learned that in a year and you feel about that confident about, that's absolutely amazing. And thank you so very much. And I'm delighted that you're not going to leave us. You're still going to be with us. Does anybody else want to comment on this? Yes, Councillor.
Thank you, Mayor. I would just like to say thank you and congratulations on a highly successful year in the role. I think you've done amazing. You should be very proud of yourself, and we wish you very well and all the success for your future, whatever you would choose to do. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this video that you're working on with public health. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. The purpose of this report is to seek Cabinet approval to determine the proposed admission arrangements for the 26-27 academic year in relation to community schools. This is an annual report submitted to Cabinet. The local authority is required to consult admission arrangements for these schools, which the admissions authority by the 4th of January 2025. If there are any changes from previously agreed arrangements, there were no changes proposed to the admission arrangements, which includes oversubscription criteria for allocating places at oversubscribed schools. All admission authorities are required to determine their arrangements for the new academic year, and it is acknowledged by 20th of February. It's acknowledged that the admission schools are always an important time for families. Cabinet therefore requested to approve the recommendations as set out in section 1.2 of the report.
Thank you, Councillor Johnson. Has anybody got questions about this particular paper? Can we agree the report then?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm pleased to introduce this report, which presents the outcomes of the Mayoral Dental Task Force. At its meeting on the 14th of March 24, Council asked the elected Mayor to consider establishing a dental task force, which brings together leading professionals to directly address the issues facing dentists in North Tyneside. I was appointed by the elected Mayor to chair the dental task force. As Cabinet member responsible for health and well-being, I fully recognise that access to dental services is of local significance to our residents, and good oral health is a key part of our overall health and well-being. I convened a cross-party dental task force to gain an understanding of oral health, the implications of dental care services in North Tyneside, the current offer of dental health care services, the challenges in access from the perspective of dentists and our residents, and importantly, a consideration of what could be improved and how that may happen. The Dental Task Force concluded that the work had provided a much clearer understanding of the current challenges of providing dental health care in North Tyneside and the complexity of the current system. The task force agreed 6 recommendations which are included in the report for consideration by Cabinet. They're on page 99 to 100. The recommendations were developed following careful consideration of dental access and the range of regional and national improvement initiatives that are already underway. These local recommendations will support the fundamental national changes that are required to improve dental access, help our residents better understand how they may access an NHS dentist, and support prevention programmes which will help improve oral health and tackle inequalities. I hope you will approve the report.
Thank you, Councillor Clark. Has anybody got any questions about this particular report? Any comments? No, well, I'm glad actually this took place because we've had a lot of criticisms about dentistry within the borough, but at least we've got some recommendations that's going to help us if we get the right information out to our people. And at the end of the day, to be quite honest, I gather we have a number of NHS dentists in our borough, whereas Durham, I don't think, have any. but they still can't get appointments. You can have as many as you want and there's still a struggle to get appointments. So it's glad this is taking place. And with those recommendations, so it'll be easier for our residents to get in touch and find out how they can get better treatment. Okay. Can we agree that report then, everyone? Thank you.
It is, thank you, Mayor. This report presents the authority's right infrastructure list that will be included in the updated infrastructure funding statement. This is proposed for the authority to continue to make the best use of developer contributions, support growth and development, and to ensure the borough continues to be an attractive, sustainable place to live and work. Developer contributions are an important mechanism to ensure that new development in North Tyneside is acceptable and supports the investment needed in infrastructure. This includes our open spaces, schools, and transport services. Developer contributions help the authority to manage developments in accordance with the policy requirements of the North Tyneside local plan. Within the North Tyneside, we agree site-specific planning obligations with all applicants as part of planning permission, and we charge community infrastructure level known as SIL. The North Tyneside SIL was adopted by full council in November of 2018. At the same time, Cabinet agreed the infrastructure list, defining the type of infrastructure the authority may seek to deliver using SIL funds. The authority continuously reviews the range of infrastructure items that it considers appropriate to fund through SIL payments. The review has identified that a change to the infrastructure list to include primary school age education capacity is justified. This has been undertaken having had regard to the current scale and nature of infrastructure needs arising from primary school age children. This proposed change will ensure the authority can continue to release suitable funds to support investment in a way that can address needs that arise to support development growth of the borough. I recommend that Cabinet agrees with the proposed decision set out in paragraph 1.2 of the report.
Councillor Johnson, any questions on this particular item? Any comments? No? Well, hopefully we can agree that one then, can we? Thank you so much. We're now on to the report on the local development scheme. And the update is 2025 update. Thank you, Councillor Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. This report presents a proposed local development scheme for Cabinet approval. This document will set out a timetable and project plan for the preparation of a new and updated local plan for North Tyneside. Preparation of the local development scheme will mark the beginning of a new process of plan making for the authority that will help us to respond to the challenges set by government to protect green spaces while responding to our needs for affordable housing and boosting economic growth. The proposed local development scheme sets out an ambitious timetable for the plan making that would involve the first stage of the public engagement this year. The final proposed plan will be considered by Cabinet, under the Scrutiny Finance Committee and full council next year in 2026. The proposed plan would then be submitted to government for independent examination by December 26. North Tyneside's current local plan, adopted in 2017, continues to set a robust framework for decision making until an adoption of a new local plan for the borough will continue to play an important role in managing growth and protecting our valuable open spaces, wildlife lives and heritage. The new plan for North Tyneside will allow us to look further ahead, setting out a refreshed framework up to at least 2042 and provide us with an opportunity to reflect on the key priorities of the borough, such as responding to the climate emergency and continue to drive forward delivery of affordable housing. I recommend Cabinet agrees to proposed decision set out as paragraph 1.2 of the report.
Thank you, Councillor Johnson. Got any questions for Councillor Johnson on this particular item? Any comments on this particular item? Yes, Councillor Early.
Just to say, I think it is an important report. It is important that we start planning for the refresh of the local plan, and in doing so, we incorporate our targets around green and environmental standards, but also around social housing and building. So it's never too early to start planning for the revised local plan.
Thank you, Mayor. North East Museums, formerly known as Tyne and Wear Archives and Museums, manages 9 museums and galleries across Tyneside and also manages the archives for Tyne and Wear on behalf of Gateshead Council, Newcastle City Council, South Tyneside Council and North Tyneside Council. The 2 museums and North East Museums manager North Tyneside are Sagan and the Stevens Railway Museum. Northumberland County Council are not part of North East Museums and have a service level agreement with the Woodhorn Charitable Trust in relation to the operation and management of their museums. Discussions have taken place between North East Museums and Northumberland County Council and Woodhorn Charitable Trust regarding the transfer of staff and responsibility for the conservation and management of assets at the affected Northumberland museums, so that management responsibility for the staff and assets will pass to North East Museums. To do this, all constituent councils have to seek Cabinet approval to allow Northumberland County Council to become part of North East Museums and Strategic Board. Newcastle City Council is the lead authority within the joint committee which establishes and maintains North East Museums. The employees of Northumberland County Council will actually transfer to the employment of Newcastle City Council, who will employ them on behalf of North East Museums, whereas Northumberland County Council will continue to remain responsible for costs. Approval and admission of Northumberland County Council to the board will allow a single management for museum services across the wider North East, and this would allow for better coordination of activities, enhanced use of resources and cost efficiencies. It would allow for more cohesive officers and visitors throughout the North East Museums offering. Cabinet has requested to approve the recommendation as set out in section 1.2 of the report.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Any comments? No, then. Well, I assume we can approve to allow Northumberland County Council to become part of the North East Museum and Strategic Board, which is overseen by Newcastle City Council. Can we agree that? Thank you so much indeed. We've come to the end of the evening. How about that? That was quite short and sharp tonight, wasn't it? My goodness, a lot of agreement. But before you dash away, the next meeting is on Monday, the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day, at here, 6 o'clock. So I look forward to seeing you again. You've seen a lot of me these days, aren't you? You must be sick to death of me. But I think in March we had it was February, we had 3 weeks running when we had these meetings all the time.
I'll be here in spirit. I'll be here in body while I'm here in spirit.
You'll be here in body as well, I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be here in body.
Thanks, Carl.